let's keep the colors consistent. We have game 3, the last game between Tortured and Plague. Probably the biggest set in this round 3. Like, these are 2 of the top ones, and they faced each other. There's been a lot of upsets. There's been, you know, Poland, Deegis, Raider, Caraman, Darth Noob. They all got taken out in rounds 1 or 2. So yeah, a lot of the top candidates got taken out. So this is, I think, the biggest like matchup in round 3 that we have. So yeah, we have Tortured with Adder here in the top with Amber Blossom, and we have Plague down here with Jess in the Purple Lightning. An Adder and Jess matchup, which I think is really cool. First tank built over here for Plague on the kind of stronger side. I'm surprised that he actually made this tank. I've seen him before skip and make, like, go straight to a medium tank, and it looks like that's what Tortured is going to do. He's not going to respond with a tank build over here. He's going to save up, and he's going to have 18k next turn, so he can make a medium tank. Essentially shutting down this tank from doing too much. Okay, but he's not going to be able to exert any pressure over here then, because he's going to have a medium tank. Unless he makes Copter tank infantry, no, he is going to make a medium tank. Okay. Opening chunk. That is the way here. It's crazy because I thought this map was going to be of the more traditional kind of maps, the more like Copter tank spam, but it really hasn't. This map has seen so many tech ups. It is wild. It has been bombers as well. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Pretty happy with this map, honestly, on the pool. Because that's the thing, no, with baseline maps, it tends to happen a lot that it's very just Copter tank, Copter tank, Copter tank, but that's not the case in this one. So I'm pretty happy with that. Medium tank just gonna plop over here. It is pretty threatening, right? Stopping the com tower cap. It is defending this. Now we see an arty from Plague to try to deal with the medium tank. Tank is just like kind of running away, but also threatening this guy. Maybe he can take out the black boat early on, you know? Wouldn't be the worst idea. And the guy just jumps into the black boat to be safe. That's funny. That's really funny. I don't think a tank can take this out. Yeah, no. Ooh, wow, pretty close though. With a com tower? Okay, it doesn't. Imagine it gets taken out and then you lose the infantry. That would be so sad. But the medium tank is gonna shift towards the middle, gonna defend. I think he has everything protected actually. Even this, like this tank cannot shoot over here. And it's still threatening the com tower cap. So Plague cannot get that com tower cap, meaning his infantry are gonna be so incredibly bad. It might be the moment that Tortured needs and go for those infantry attacks, right? He'll have, like we saw right here, he actually got a good roll there because he didn't have the com tower yet. So he dropped it down to 6. But the response from Jess is an 8. Jess infantry is so bad. And without a com tower, it's just so sad. There goes that. Poor infantry in the blackboard has to step out next turn. That, oh, actually this tank doesn't. Okay, I thought it reached to defend this top, but it doesn't. So he's not gonna have the com tower. And look at that, gets us the 7. For Jess, it's definitely guaranteed a 7. I wonder if it's a possibility to do less than that. Okay, she actually has a chance to do a 6, but very low. Infantry is dropped off. Tank, okay, made over here to defend from this guy. This guy still hitting over here. A very good trade there, and also steps into the forest for a better terrain. So now this guy can go and shoot, but it will be injured too. So Plague is not gonna get this property, I think. We're getting some copter chains as well, and a mech from the adder player. Wow, doesn't go for the attack, goes for the join. He wants to guarantee the capture because he knows that if he goes to take this out, he might win the infantry battle, but he's not gonna get the city. And then these guys are probably gonna come in and get it back. So he decides to join to get the city instead of going for the infantry. Very interesting. Gets the hit here with the arty support, so even if the tank hits, he can shoot back. Gonna go for that comm tower cap. We'll see if Torjo is gonna go for the interrupt there, get into an infantry battle, but he only has 2. And a third one coming in, which is going to reach, right? If you attack from here, this guy can attack from the road, and this guy can then shoot from the forest. Now we have a response medium tank and a neo tank from Plague. These guys are playing themselves a spot on the main event, so it is very important. Whoever wins here is going to make it into the main event. Torjo still is going to go in and attack. If we've seen something from him in these matches, is that he is relentless. He will shoot in range of a arty, of a mech, doesn't care. I don't know if it's the correct call, because now he's going to lose a tank. He didn't go for the interrupt there, so Jess is going to have the comm tower. So they're both comm tower something. I was going to say like comm tower less, but it's the opposite of less. It's comm tower more. I don't know, man. It's been 3 hours of streaming. Neotank actually has to shift down here because these guys, they're gonna take this infantry out, just this guy, and then he can start capturing. So a full Neotank has to be sent to stop the incoming city flip that he's invested so much into it. And actually, ooh, wait, he can attack from the road. Oh, he doesn't. Wow, Tordred, what a missed opportunity there. He can attack from the road and then start capping, and this Neotank could not stop the capture. He didn't see that, and it looks like Plague is going to stop that capture. Dang, a very big missed opportunity there for Tordred. But he's gonna keep attacking over here, and he's just gonna keep injuring the arty with infantry. Okay, brings these copters towards the middle-ish, more to like this area on the left. A sidestep could hit this arty next turn, so that will be the end of the road for it, and makes a bomber to deal with these guys. And I think that works out really nicely, honestly. This anti-air a bit exposed over here. He gets the kill there on that city cap. Sacrifices the tank to get charged because this medium tank can get a power and attack this medium tank. Dang, okay, so the anti-air is safe now. Wow. That was a good find there by Plague. The arty's gonna stay alive. I wonder if he'll use the power to take it out. Okay. He's gonna stop it with a tank, and there it goes. Bye-bye, arty. Copter's not gonna be in range to deal with that. Oh, the infantry hits there. Okay. Not looking very pretty. I think he can still take this tank out and then take out the copter with the anti-air. And he doesn't... I mean, I guess now he has a mech to attack the anti-air. But he really wants to... Well, honestly, the new tank has to pull back, right? He's not gonna... Because if he leaves it, he has to bring the anti-air down here. Okay, he's not going to. He's gonna pull back the new tank. And makes another one. Oh wow, he didn't get the kill on that one on the tank. Dang, okay. So I guess the copter's gonna live. And this capture's gonna go through as well. It was briefly interrupted by the tank, but perhaps infantry and copter can deal enough damage there. You probably need an anti-air as well here to like kind of sustain this copter attack. We see a side slip, okay. Gets the extra movement there. Gets the kill. Oh, doesn't get the kill there. That's so sad. He is going to get that kill, and he's going to go for that. And there you go with the anti-air. Wow, and goes for the hit on the medium tank in range of 2 anti-airs. Did he have charge for a Sidewinder? Because maybe he could have used that and take out the anti-air with mech and medium tank and then block these guys off. Okay. Will that be enough? He got this capture going through as well, which now that the bomber went over here, the Neo tank can go back and take it out. The fact that the full Neo tank is being used to stop these captures is hilarious. So many things could have gone differently here, but this is what we have. There it goes again. Can he break through? He has to like sacrifice this medium tank, if only it was that easy, and then take it out, and then hit that bomber. If he can take out that bomber, it is over. Let's see. I'm sure that was a roll too. That is wild. And that is gonna get the kill, and he's gonna get the hit on the bomber. Oh man, that is so bad for Torgrid. He officially has 1 foot outside the door of APC2. You have a Neo tank over here. A couple copters to respond, but then you have 3 anti-airs. You have all these infantry copters and tanks from Plague as well, which can very easily shift towards the HQ. You have this guy that's healing up. In 2 turns, it is going to be ready to start an HQ cap. So Plague has all the initiative. I know they're equal on income, but it is not the same situation. He's ending behind on army than that of Plague. These anti-airs can just go crazy. Yes, the mech got a shot there, but you have to... He's probably going to make another one. Neo tank is just going rampant everywhere, doing whatever it wants to. And you can see the threat now. You can smell that threat of the HQ. There is very little from Torgrid. His army is mostly air units. There's this one... He has 0 tanks. He has 0 tanks of any sort. There's 0 tanks. To be fair, there's also very little tanks from Plague, but he has some coming. He's doing that copter tank chaining now. And this guy didn't heal up all the way to 10. Okay. Not sure why. We got this cap over here. He's going to want to defend it. I guess that bomber is in range of a sidestep bomber, but you have the anti-air, so it's probably not worth it. Okay, gonna kind of pull back. He's gonna wait a little bit more. Perhaps build something that can deal with his medium tank as well. You can look at that unit again too. 14 to 20 is really bad. The bomber really can't go anywhere very comfortably, and ooh, even that's pretty bad. A power there can take out that bomber for free. I think you can block. I think you have to put this guy over here. 2, 4, 6, 7, but you can still reach here. No. Is that gonna be... That is gonna be a dead bomber for sure, right? He's definitely gonna get the power. No, don't tell me that's another dead bomber. If that's a dead bomber, then that is it. That is GG. Losing that much value so quickly for free is really bad. Does he use that power? He moved the anti-air. Wow. Plague. Not going for the kill there. That is very strange. That is 1 value hit right there. Oof. I guess he's, I don't know, trying to save the anti-air to deal with these copters. Here comes the sidestep, but wow, what a missed opportunity there to take out a full bomber. He's going to send these guys to stop that capture. He really doesn't want to let this capture go through. There's only 1 more infantry for Plague, but it's still 2 turns away from the space. So this city is really... It shouldn't belong to Torgrid. Doesn't get the kill there. He's going to take out that tank and does get the hit onto that copter. So that's why this guy came along. Injure the infantry. There's only 1 healthy infantry. for play, something to keep in mind about the threats that he can pose. But I think this is Operation Cleanup right here. A lot of these Orange Blossom dudes are gonna be saying farewell. Farewell? I don't know. They're gonna be saying bye-bye. They are no longer gonna be over here. And he's gonna keep camping there. He's gonna take that out. And Plague running really low on that timer. He has 13 seconds. And pulled back so far back. This Bomber triple medium tank combo is too much, perhaps. Okay. And now he has to make some infantry. He wants to reclaim this. They're equal income, but it might soon not be equal, as these are all going to be shifting towards the middle. They're going to put some threat over to this. I think he's trying to answer all these anti-airs with these medium tanks, and perhaps with the double bomber. Like, all of this could, if it can collapse onto this, it can really take out this army. Plague will probably make something big over here. He's going to attack over there and bring the other anti-air. The problem is that if he sends all this over here, then he's going to leave a big vacuum, and all this army from Plague can push out again and put a threat into that HQ. So Torture is kind of, you know, between a rock and a hard place. These guys have two jobs. They have to ward off this, but also trying to destroy this. It's not easy. He actually goes for that anti-kill there with that bomber in. Oh man, that's a very bad trade there. Dang, Torture just trading down these bombers. That is crazy. Plague. He could. Okay, no, never mind. Does this reach with a super? No, it doesn't reach. A mech and a bomber to protect the bomber from anti-air. I feel like you still go and take that bomber out. This anti-air front switching through the back. This medium tank moving over here. What is it doing? Oh wow, it just required one anti-air. Dang, okay. I thought it would require also the 5 HP one, but never mind. You can just pull that back and heal it up and make another one probably. Okay, sidestep. You're gonna take out that anti-air. Oh, takes that one out too. Uses the copter to take this out. Okay, so then I guess the bomber's free to go now, but I don't know, man. Losing a bomber to an anti-air is pretty bad. But it looks like he can get a breakthrough here and attack the arty from a city. And we have the triple chunky boy lineup right here. We're going to have another bomber. This is the 4th bomber Torture has done. Man. And the overdrive is used by Plague right here. There's only one medium tank to shoot at any of these. But you do have a copter. This guy's on a road. So I think he'll probably focus these down and leave this one be. Yeah, look at that. That is insane. And brings the other one, which is going to be in range of this guy. Sort of. I think the arty can go on the city, perhaps? Okay, or they... or there. Okay. And over here, the anti that had front switch is going to deter this bomber. But the bomber can go and take out the anti itself. So that is what it's going to do. Ooh, is it at 2 though? So it receives a little bit of damage. Man, so many bombers. And he doesn't keep attacking over here, which makes sense. This guy's on a forest with a super. You'd have to attack from the city here, but then you have 2 medium tanks. It wouldn't be the worst idea though. This can be a little bit dangerous though, having the bomber staring down the base. You really can't build anything but an anti-air. And now that it's at 8 HP, it will hold, right? It will leave the anti at like 4 or 5. So, and then the bomber is gonna slowly die. If only there was a tank, then this base would be pretty much dead. Because you could do tank, bomber. If they make a Neo tank, then you just do bomber first, or you just block it in. Medium tank made its all its way over here now, and we have a T-copter from Plague. This is the only infantry he has in this area, and it's at 3 HP. So it looks like he's gonna put it over here and start ferrying some infantry towards that HQ, I would assume. Sidezip makes that reach there, but do you put the copter there to block? Yeah, I think that's pretty good. And then the bombers can shoot at everything else. What is this? What is this game? Why are there so many bombers? There's like so many tech ups overall. It's crazy. There are no tanks. There's actually one tank. This single tank. It's like medium tanks, neo tanks, bombers, and there's like no infantry, which is very base light-ish. But all three, the triple medium tank lineup is now dealt with from Tordred. So now looking very hot here for the Adder player. And we're gonna be spamming a lot of anti-airs, it seems like. Well, there you have it, guys. You wanted to see it? The Chunkus Maximus has arrived. Desperate times require desperate measures. This bomber is out of fuel, out of ammo, shooting at an anti-air. Oh man, what is going on? There is gonna be a flip here. We are at day 23, so maybe they are thinking about day limit. Medium tank getting sacked onto the mega tank, perhaps for the overdrive. Oh no, because the anti can reach that bomber. No, Torch and not another bomber. That might be it, honestly. Losing that bomber, having no bombers at all is gonna be a problem. That is pretty massive. Oof. Man, just one tile, Torchwood. It was one tile back. A second T-copter to have more reinforcement of these infantry. Sidestep to take the infantry with the anti-air. Okay, really wants to get this capture. Sacrifices that bomber there. Okay, gonna block. Mega tank comes in. Just really focusing down on those infantry and really looking towards that day limit. It seems like Torture is focused on day limit. He's taking out infantry, and he's gonna get this flip, and he will be winning. But that's a lot of T-copters, so they can get here pretty fast. He does actually take it out with the anti-air, so they are gonna be equal income. If we get to day limit, it will be a tie, guys. Okay, Mega Tank slowly trying to figure out what to do, right? These guys will easily just run away from it. Gonna get a bomber built now to try to deal with the Mega Tank, but it's all about that HQ, I think, for Plague. He's taking out all these infantry. There's gonna be very little that Torjik can do really to get the property lead, and I think the worst thing is that the property lead is because of this property, which is 2 turns away for the space. I know there's a Mega Tank coming, and maybe that will be the sole purpose of the Mega Tank, is like to protect this one city, but it's not gonna be enough, right? You can capture and block, and there's not gonna be enough units here for Torjik to stop that. Oh man, crazy stuff. And we see an APC as well. I'm not sure why. We see a join there, get some cash. Makes a fighter. What? Why is there a fighter? To get a quicker response to these copters. But just plowing in over here, taking out all the units from Tordred, but doesn't do the blocking. He's gonna let this Mega Tank stop this. Wow. What is going on? Okay, copter dealt with, and we got this capture going through as well. Ooh, T-copter blocking, not the T-copter blocking. Does a 9 HP copter? Oof, with a power, it does. Okay, so at 9 HP, this can get dealt with. But you got this threat as well. That's 3 turns to cap. And you have a medium tank and an arty. Like, how are you going to deal with this? Mega tank is going to come in and absolutely wreck that infantry. Sidestep's going to be used. And yeah, going to guarantee that. Get the medium tank to shoot there. But the bomber is there ready. So you're going to need an anti-air. But if you make an anti-air, you can't deal with these things over here. So, kind of... Oh. Or I guess you just don't build anything, I guess. Okay, we're at day 27. That is enough time for Torture. That's 4 days. So Torture can still go for an HQ cap here and like take these infantry out. That is, I think this is GG. I don't see how Torture can win this. And Torture resigns. Oh. Man. What a game. That was wild. I had forgotten about this one. I remember it being crazy. I was watching most of it live. It was wild, all the bombers. But dang, that was wild. 54, 45 KD. So many tech ups, right? It's pretty crazy. We even saw the mega tank. The infamous mega tank build. I think if Torjud would have saved those bombers, it would have been so different. The bomber anti trade there was not good, I think, for Torjud. And then the other bomber, that last one he lost to the overdrive Jess anti-air, that was kind of the nail in the coffin. At that point, he didn't have tools to put threats around the map. He just had a mega tank that's slow. The only thing it killed was 1 infantry, right? So just being a bit more careful, perhaps with the positioning and not throwing those bombers. Man, he would have had like, if he would have saved the bombers, he would have had like 4 bombers, 5 bombers. That would have been crazy. Oh, are we not getting the stats? I guess maybe one of them used one of the newer colors. Oh well. Dang, so congrats to Days of Plague. This means that he makes it into the main event. And you know what's crazy? Torjud had made it to the main event last time, and Plague did not. So this is kind of a redemption arc for Plague. He has now made it into the main event. And Torjud, who was the finalist in APC1, is not making it in. It is pretty crazy how many new players we have in the main event. Hey, Umita from the future here. So this match was part of the qualifiers of the Anonymous Player Cup 2, APC2 for short, that I'm hosting. It's a live standard tournament of Advance Wars. The top 8 players from these qualifiers will be playing in the main event, but they will play with new names. Their identities will be hidden to everyone, even the players themselves. I'm trying to stream weekly to cover most of the qualifiers. You're more than invited to join in on the fun. Just stay alert to the YouTube streams on this channel, which will only happen over the weekends, so Saturdays or Sundays. But most importantly, the main event will be played live and live stream along with awesome co-casters on November 8, 9, 15, and 16. It would mean the world to me to see you there supporting the players and the community overall. Thank you. Bye bye.